it, but they're just not ever going to be good enough or whatever. That's not true.
Not
I
really.
think if you
No.
put the practice into it, you can.
So,
I think there's some I think like there might be people who want to but won't put enough effort in to get there.
Exactly.
which is kind of an interesting thing. Like, we talk about like wanting it a lot, but like this happened to me a lot with my old speed game, where like I would say that I want times, but then I did not enjoy running the game. And so it
Yeah.
got to a point where I was like, I really don't want to do this anymore, and then I never wanted to do it. Like, I don't know why I keep telling people that I want to do it. The difference for this one was that I wanted to. Like, I would play the game because I wanted to play the game, not because I had to practice or whatever.
Yeah.
See, that's Pico Park for me, is that like I enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I love playing it. And I used to be that way with Hollow Knight, but I just fucking burned myself out, and now I can't be bothered to actually grind anything.
Yeah.
Right now it's rough. But there's no, like, the only intrinsic things, like, the things that prevent you from being able to do it are if you literally cannot move your hands fast enough. Like, if you literally have a physical disability, or you don't have problem-solving skills, because you have to be able to diagnose what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be able to solve it. You have to be able to ask people how you can solve it.
Yeah.
You have to be able to see the mistakes that you're making, or be okay with asking people to review it so they can find it.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes with just time and experience.
Yeah, it does. And with being comfortable asking, that comes with just being comfortable in the community. Like, that took a while
that's
for
the tricky
me.
part. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
The first time I ran the game, I didn't know anybody. I didn't get better.
I mean, now I have so many people I can ask
Right,
now.
same.
Yeah.
But I just don't care enough anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I think in my head, like, I want a 34, but then I know that once I get a 34, I'm gonna want a 33. And then it's gonna be once I get a 33, because I feel like I really think I could get a 33. It's the 32.
That's what. So okay, it was such a funny thing that happened to me. I had. You know, it's funny. That sounds really familiar, JX.
You thought that you felt that same way?
Yeah, well, everybody does, because when you start, I mean, it's that clip of Guanqui saying, I think it was, I'm never gonna get a 34, or I'm never gonna get a 35,
Yeah,
or something
dude,
like
that clip
Like,
was insane to see.
Nobody is intrinsically destined to be
Right.
the best. Like, there's no secret. It's the Kung Fu Panda, right? There is no secret. It's all about just playing the game.
Yeah.
And like, there's this really classic thing where everyone who gets a 33 is like, this one is trash.
Right.
Like,
Right.
because they know all of the places that they messed up.
Yeah, well, because the closer you get to the top, the more tangible the time difference becomes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you're really far down, then it's like, oh, well, they're just better than me.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
It doesn't require you to be like, well, why are they better than me? Where are they saving them?
Right.
But yeah, once you, I mean, you know, you have to keep finding the time saves.
That's definitely just how I feel. I'm like, oh, well, Lep and Guanqui and all of them, everyone above me. The 74 people above me are better than me.
Yeah.
That's why. But, like, I don't know. I think I have potential to be to at least get a 33, is what I think.
Yeah, you definitely do.
But, like, maybe a 32. Like, maybe.
Yeah.
But I know once I have a 33, I'm gonna think the run's bad, and I'm gonna fucking want to get a 32.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, that's just what's gonna happen. So, like, I guess my goal is a 32.
Maybe.
I just feel silly saying that my goal is a 32, because I feel like
I mean, that's like a long-term goal, right?
Right.
Yeah, sure. It's
There's a
just
difference
like
between a long-term goal and like what I'm actually currently working on.
I just have imposter syndrome really, really badly.
I feel that. I do too.
Like, especially like speedrunning, because it's like I never think I'm gonna be good enough to do things in general. So like,
same.
Like with speedrunning, it's like I even now, like, I would say I'm good-ish, kind of, but like to other people that have like 40s, like I'm really good, and that's weird. Like, no, I'm not. Like, that's so weird.
Something that has been helpful for me is because you're right, you do get imposter syndrome, and you get it the entire time. So it's okay. Like, what do you have to do to get good? It's you have to play the game. You have to find your time save, whatever. But you don't have to be pursuing the goal of getting a good time to do that. Like, so first of all, it's okay to have goals that you'll eventually change. Like changing the goalposts for things like speedrun times, I think is completely fine.
Yeah, I agree.
But then also, like, when I practice, I'm not saying like this is for top 3. This is for the wonky pop. Like, at a certain point, it was just like, this is just a fun game, and I know that I can get better. So I'm just gonna keep playing, and it's fun to get better. Like we talk about the Watcher Night fight all the time. How, like, it rewards you getting better at it, and that's kind of the story of the whole game. And so it's like, well, I could do it to get good and to like be seen as good by other people, but I could also do it just because it's fun.
Yeah, true.
And that doesn't, like, traditionally, it's like that's not as good. Like somehow you're less disciplined by doing it that. But as long as the consequence is the same, where you play often and you ask questions about how to improve, like as long as you're doing all the same stuff, I think the mental can kind of help circumvent imposter syndrome altogether. Like you just don't even have to confront that if you're not even trying to get good.
That makes sense.
I think honestly that's the biggest struggle with Pico Park for me is like there is no one to ask about how to get good. Like I gotta figure that shit out on my own.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you're gonna be a part of the history of that game being on the come up
right.
of a speed game.
Like, for my one player goal eventually, like, sure, I'd love to have a world record in one player, but for now my goal is a 34, and then my goal is gonna be a 33. Like, it's just gotta get there slowly because it's fucking complicated.
Yeah.
Like, I've never done anything that requires my hands to work together before.
Yeah.
Well, it's not your hands working together. It's your hands controlling two different things.
Like, I literally
which is really
think
hard for your brain.
I think someone who's like played piano would probably pick it up a lot quicker just because they have the practice and that like the experience doing two different things with two different hands.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like Hollow Knight's my first really difficult game that I've ever like completed and done and for real played. So like other people that have had experience, like say like my next game will be easier for me than someone else with it being their first game.
Yeah.
So like there's also like it comes with just experience with it. Like, you know, like Marcy came in, Marcy was good because she did fucking Kaizo.
Yeah.
So like that was just different. And then Lep is good, he's speedrun games before. So like it's just like it comes with that. And like since Hollow Knight's my first speed game and my first hard, I mean I played Cuphead, but I didn't fucking beat Cuphead because Cuphead was hard as shit. But like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I was watching someone yesterday who's a speedrunner doing casual playthrough of Hollow Knight for the first time. Literally beat Lost Kin first try.
Yeah.
With like 6 health nail 1. Basically, that's it.
See,
that's absurd.
That's how it felt.
It's absurd, right? But like, just what they did.
That's how it felt playing Ori for me. Was like it just came so much easier to me on my casual than Hollow Knight did on my casual, and it's because I have experience playing games now.
Yeah.
And I definitely learned Ori Rando quicker than I learned Hollow Knight Rando, even though I still know Hollow Knight Rando better. But I can do an Ori Rando.
That's how I feel like if I went back to Cuphead, I'd probably be good at it now. Cause that was like my first game that I played, like I was super young. Like super, super young when I played that. Okay, maybe that sound like, no, more like high school. I wasn't that young.
That
but
is
like,
very young.
Yeah, it is pretty young. But like, I don't know. It's just, that shit was hard. And I like want to play it sometimes just to see like, is that true? Does mechanical skill cross over? And like, of course it does.
Also, it's a really interesting point because the actual thing that carries over is experience, right? And sometimes that is mechanical, but I think in the case of speedruns, like I don't know, you guys remember Grandi? He's playing Hollow Knight for a little bit. He's the
Grandius? Yeah.
Yeah. He's the Cuphead all bosses world record.
He like came in and got a 34 in like a couple months and then left again.
And
imagine.
It's not just because he's fast, because he also does messenger runs, which are fucking
Oh, I need to
ridiculous.
play that.
Um,
I need to run that actually specifically.
but it's because the experience that he has is in, right, like, taking the shortest possible path to improvement. It's that thing we were talking about earlier. You need to be able to diagnose what you need to do to improve, and then not feel conflicted about doing that thing, like actually doing it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him really good. That's why he got better in like 2 months. It's because immediately he was like, I need to do, okay, let me go do it. It's not just an execution thing. Because if you think about like the APM of Hollow Knight, it's not that high. Like
Yeah, no.
those games.
What
Like
does that
Melee,
mean?
it's
What does APM mean?
Actions per minute.
Yeah, it's how many inputs you're doing.
Okay.
So
You
for
can't do that many
instance-
inputs because it'll drop them all.
Like StarCraft is where I like know it from, where they
Yeah,
do like
that's the
ridiculous numbers of actions per minute. Like
Yeah.
they're doing like 5 actions a second or 8 actions a second. It's just like what the
Jesus.
fuck.
Hollow Knight literally would not let you.
Holly, I love that. You're like, you can't do them that fast, it'll drop them
It
all.
will!
I know.
Melee is like 7
You're
sometimes.
sick, Halimo.
or something.
Yeah.
What the?
Well, it depends how you count it, because there's also analytic.
Oh
And
my
so,
gosh. Fucking Gwonky commented on Rhino's running and he had kind of a bad watcher fight. Gwonky commented, you will be receiving a DM about this fight.
Saving after class Rhino.
Right!
man.
Wait, Gwonky,
Oh,
uses,
that's excellent.
Gwonky uses he, she pronouns now, not any, all? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Personal growth.
I know.
Donkey is also unmuted.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I never
Oh,
thought I'd see
wow.
the day.
When?
No idea, but
Like the other day.
commented
Actual
in
personal growth.
SRC discussion
Actual
today, and I was like, wait, your name's not Gray.
You love to see it.
Hey, wait.
She tweeted something today about wearing a skirt to school. And
Cute.
then, like, I know, but then, like, I guess she didn't want to, because...
Oh, sad.
then
I
she'll have to complain to people, like...
Yeah,
see, like,
that's the shit
schools-
about school things.
School is shit. Like, once you get to, like, uni, you can do whatever you want. pretty much,
Right.
But, like,
Yeah.
school is shit. With that kind of stuff.
It
It
really
would
is.
just, like, not be a good time. It's getting better, I think, actually.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think that she should just do it. Fuck everyone else.
Right. Yeah, but also think back to, like, at least when I was in high school, I did not have that kind of confidence at all.
Right, yeah.
I didn't even fucking know I was queer in high school, to be quite honest.
No way. I knew I was queer in the 6th grade.
No, I did not.
It was actually really... oh my god, I was at school and I met a friend that was like bi, and she was like, yeah, I'm bi, whatever, and I was like, oh my god, what does that mean? Like, that she liked boys and girls? And I was like, oh my god, that's what that is. And then the next day at school, I was so sick to my stomach because I wanted to tell my mom so bad.
Aww.
I went to the counselor's office, like crying and shit, and I had to call my mom and tell her, and that made me feel so much better.
Cute.
I know, so I told her in the 6th grade. But
Like, I was definitely, like, in college before I realized I was ace, and then it was, like, less than a year ago I realized I was not actually ace.
yeah, it takes a long time, like, especially like even gender identity. Like,
Yeah,
I
that
even
shit's
still
brand
struggle
new,
with that
too.
now. Like, that's really new for me now. Like, sometimes I think that they, like, she, her is fine, but other times I'm like, no.
Yo, same, bestie.
We're actually the same. I always think I'll prefer they, them, but if I get misgendered to she, like, it's like, whatever.
Yeah. Like, lately I prefer they, them, but still not all the time.
Yeah. Do you want people to use they, them? Because I'm still using she, her with you.
I honestly don't know.
Okay, I'll use they them. I'll
You
try
can
to
use
make a point to do
either.
that. Okay. But I'll try to make a point to that just in case you change your mind and you want they them. But like now, it's like I would call myself non-binary kind of, but I feel like I'm more gender fluid. But I feel like non-binary falls underneath that
Yeah.
as well. So like, but I wouldn't classify I know people classify non-binary as trans, but I don't. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
call
don't feel
myself
that way
trans.
either. I don't feel trans at all either.
Yeah, like no. And like with my military stuff, I put female, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like when I donate blood, you have to pick male or female. Like you don't get
right.
any other option, so I have to put female.
Yeah, and like for uniform stuff and shit, like I wear the female version of it.
Right.
Like, so. Which I prefer the men's. I actually finessed some men's pants for the ASUs.
Nice.
It was great because I'm supply
Yes.
officer. I'm supply
That's so
officer,
good.
so I just went in there and was like, I'm gonna get the men's one, and I'm happy I did. The only difference is that the pockets on the butt, the women's don't have pockets on the butt.
Scam.
If
Fucking
someone-
scam.
Classic.
If someone notices that I am wearing the men's one, I know that that's the only way they can tell. I'm like, why are you looking there? Then you're weird.
Right.
And then they'll look away, and then I'll never have to deal with it again. Perfect problem solved.
Right.
Awesome.
Wow, 2 hard falls in a row. You hate to see it. I'm on pace for 3rd place, though. Let's go.
Let's fucking go, Colleen. Reki tonight.
Well, I'm not getting Reki, because, like, Nerf and Axe have Reki. Or Reki.
Oh, okay, never mind.
1st and 2nd place.
Nerf.
Yeah.
Like, there's actually a huge gap between 2nd and 3rd place. There's, like, actually over 2 minutes.
Yeah. fuck
Nerf
that.
has a 13:55, and 3rd place is a 15:58.
Shit.
Yeah, I just don't have enough runners.
I'm gonna send Nerf an invite to this Discord.
Oh, well.
Do it.
I love Nerf.
Although
It's not
Nerf
all
today
skills. Go away.
Just
What did
announced
Nerf
that he's
do?
gonna take. He's just said that he's gonna take a week break from Hollow Knight today. So
Oh.
Yeah, I tagged you and said this is how you take a break.
Oh.
I think he's
I
he
can't-
just didn't want to start the game. Like, I think it was
Yeah, that's fair enough.
He didn't want to like open the game up?
Yeah.
Understandable. I've been there.
Ouch.
Well, he didn't say it like that. He said, "Okay, for my break, I'm just." That's the rule.
Not gonna open the game? Absolutely not. That's crazy. I say I take a break and then 2 days later, my status on Discord is playing Hollow Knight.
Yep, not even 2 days. Like 2 hours later.
I used
No,
to-
fuck you. It wasn't 2 hours later. It was like the next day.
You said you're gonna
It's
take
the
a break,
next
and you
day.
literally ran the same day.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I'm pretty sure you did.
It was the next day. It was the next
Hmm.
day. I'm getting another glass of wine. I'll be back.
I drive them to drink.
If this PB is all verified for you, Colin.
Thanks, Isog. Oh my god.
Wait, actually, I think JX's PB was at the top of the queue.
I'm gonna
It might
die.
not be now.
I'm like actually gonna die on the way to Grub Daddy.
It's being verified.
I almost hit that crusher.
Oh no.
Spit it out, Grub Daddy. Give me the goods. Wow, I'm dancing in JX. I'm here to see it.
This is a 15 something.
Yeah, it is. It's a high 15. 1544. That's third
1544.
place. Let's go.
Alright.
Damn. Are you gonna submit it?
Oh yeah. Isaac just said he'll verify it.
Oh my god. My
I saw the whole
time
thing.
just got
I mean, I
verified
saw the whole
today.
thing in like 240p, but you know, it's fine.
240p.